These are the top 5 exotic primary weapons in Destiny 2. This list is in no particular order, and obviously I cannot account for every exotic primary in the game. This is just the ones that I think are the best and the ones that I think stand above the others. At number 5, we've got Vex Mythoclast. Now, I've always looked at this gun as like the Swiss Army knife of exotic primaries because it kind of just fits into every build or niche you could think of. Not only is particle reconstruction in the game making this gun all around better than it already was, it's also got intrinsically more damage against champions with that linear fusion rifle mode, and now it's an anti-barrier weapon. It's all around just S tier in every piece of content. Anything with champions, this is like an easy instant slot pick just to help deal with those champion types. Now, one thing I also want to do note is that this is the only raid weapon I will be talking about in this list, so if you're worried that I'm going to be talking about just raid weapons, this is the only one I will mention. At number 4, we have the Huckleberry. This is a SMG that honestly is just getting better and better and better with age, and in the final update, it is probably the best ad clear weapon in the game just for how simple and easy it is to use. For starters, the damage ramps up as you have Rampage. Also, the RPM will ramp up the longer you shoot it. Also, it auto-reloads itself. And on top of all of that, it's got kinetic tremors. Going back to Rampage for a second, it is the pre-nerf version of Rampage. Essentially what that means is early on in Destiny 2's lifecycle, they actually nerfed Rampage from 50% down to 25%. This gun retained that original 50% damage bonus. Huckleberry is just an S tier weapon in my eyes. It's just such a good workhorse weapon that never disappoints. I love this gun, and it is an easy pick for this list. At number 3, we have Outbreak Perfected. Now, this gun did get a nerf in the final update of Destiny 2, but do not let that nerf distract you from the fact that this gun is still perfected, essentially. It's a gun that gets better the more players who use it on your team. It's a gun that basically never needs to reload itself as it gets rewind rounds if you craft it with that perk. All around, Outbreak is my pick for the weapon that everybody knew was going to get a nerf eventually. We're just so dumbfounded it took that long. And even after the nerf, it's still incredibly good. Like, just do not sleep on this gun. If there's ever something that's in your way and you have a few teammates who are willing to swap with you, this gun will make the game easy for you. At number 2, we've got Hierarchy of Needs. This is a bow that I always kind of clowned on and said Hierarchy of Needs needs another buff, but the reality is, in this final update, it does not need any buff at all. If anything, it is probably the best primary weapon in the entire game in terms of damage. If you run this with Argent Quiver and the Implement of Curiosity, you have a primary weapon that does special weapon damage, near heavy weapon damage. Hierarchy of Needs with a team of people using this, and the rings that you can create, and you can benefit your teammates with those rings, it is all around an S tier weapon right now. And that's something I never thought I would say, because like I said, I'm not a fan of this bow. I really am not. I never have been a fan of those bows where it's like a hip fire mechanic or some sort, but even I can't deny the power this thing has. If you have not tried this yet with Argent Quiver, you are missing out. It is one of the best combinations in the game right now, and I really cannot understate that. It's very, very powerful. And at number 1 is going to be Kvastov. This is another weapon kind of like Huckleberry in my eyes, where it's just a very powerful workhorse weapon, but Kvastov also gets the benefit of having attrition orbs now as its catalyst. And attrition orbs is a perk that might not seem like something too crazy, but when you remember that this entire gun's purpose is to pick up orbs and get ricochet shots from those orb pickups, it's such a great combination. An S tier weapon that got even better with this catalyst is just so great. Not only that, Orbs of Power just fuels the entire game. There's so many different artifact perks that require Orbs of Power, so many different armor set bonuses that require picking up Orbs of Power. Really, this is a gun that you could slot into any build in the game and it will probably be good for you.